Fast forward 25 years now, we've got today's San Antonio high school highlights. That's next. This is what the heart of every Spurs fan feels like tonight. Empty. The AT&T Center was rocking all night, but the Spurs just could not get it done from the interior. Elliott, Prescott, Gathers, and others, they're all figuring the NFL thing out on the fly together. But what they really want to do one day, add one of these to the collection. The Hooks got up early with a 2-run homer in the first, and things kind of settled down after that. But don't worry, if you missed it, these two are right here in San Antonio tomorrow. Well, you were left scratching your head just as I was. And if you missed it and didn't tune in, good for you. You only missed 5 good minutes, maybe even 5 good seconds of competitive basketball. Shaq knew he wanted to make a lot of money in the NBA since his days at Cole High School. But today, he got something that's a little more priceless. The word for today, that is, adjustments. These guys get a new playbook and a new city with a new life. The future is bright and young. How basic it can be in a sense, yes. You went to school at LSU, you worked at University of Miami.
Right. I
know it's apples and oranges, we are Texas State. But how do these compare in quality to some of the places you know how well you and Fuller are like adjusted to Texas yet, but he being a Texan, you being a Cowboy right now. Are you guys aware of the Houston-Dallas rivalry at all?
I mean, I assume so. You know, two good teams from Texas, but
Today, Warren High School in San Antonio celebrated signing 9 athletes to compete at the next level. Some as close as Seguin, some as far as Ohio. Near, far, or in between, committing to a college is uncharted territory for many, if not all, high school seniors. Escaping the arms of mom and dad screams freedom, but the reasoning of choosing this college over that college, well, hopefully lives up for Rihanna Acosta and Derek Guerva's expectations.
First off, I was looking for a place out of Texas, so that's definitely what I got. And I was looking for different weather, and I also got that because it snows there. And they have a really good PT program, which I'm really excited about, and I just really connected with the team.
Why Texas Lutheran University?
They have one of the top D3 baseball programs in the state and in the nation, actually. And the coach's attitude, you know, just swayed me a lot.
College will come and go just like high school, and what you leave could not be more important.
Just that I worked hard and that I never gave up, and that you can do anything if you put your heart into it.
Well, I hope that my leadership has affected the younger guys and even the guys my age, and that it rubs off on them and they can become a better person and a better athlete also. And as a team, I just hope that we can fulfill our goals together.
It was a joyful day filled with tears and laughter, also celebration. With family and friends as the backbone, these athletes were honored on their special day. For Fox 29, I'm Marvin Parker Jr. Spurs trying to close out the Grizz and give Tim Duncan an early birthday gift. That's right, number 21, turning the big 4-0 tomorrow. LaMarcus Aldridge going to work early with a spin move against Matt Barnes. He scored 6 in the first. Tony Parker scored 2 points in Game 3. He had more in Game 4 right here on this play. Missed the 3, gets back, then hits the 3. And then the power went out. Interesting strategy by Memphis, don't you think? No kidding, no joke. The lights went out, no game. Action was delayed for about 20 minutes. Delay or not, sloppy play from the Spurs. Lance Stevenson hits the 2 over Danny Green. Pop at one point called his team, quote, unprofessional. The Spurs get out of the first half with the lead. Kawhi with the and 1, Spurs up by 2 at the half. Tony Parker aggressive to start the third. He crosses over Vince Carter in the open court for the layup. Then moments later, TP isn't that smooth with the spin move against Zach Randolph. Tony finished with 16. The Spurs starting to pull away. LaMarcus Aldridge gets Matt Barnes off his feet. Aldridge hits the jumper and 1, gets the foul. The big picture, as Tony calls it, includes a lot of rest and a lot of practice. The Spurs will now wait to see who they play and when they play. Jeff Jones and Memphis will have more on that.
It's always hard to close out a game. I felt like they gave everything in the first half, and the energy, Memphis in second, from the third quarter and fourth quarter, we really dominated.
So pick your poison. Who do you want next, OKC or Dallas? I'm not sure you have much of a choice. The Thunder can close it out tomorrow night. OKC can finish off Dallas tomorrow night just like that, and Kevin Durant will not miss because of suspension. He was ejected last night after hitting Justin Anderson right in the face. Durant said later the foul was not intentional, simply bad timing. The NBA reviewed the play. The league fined him $15,000, but there will be no suspension. The playoffs come with a warning label, and just ask Steph Curry and the Warriors. This could change absolutely everything. That's next. Uh-oh, potentially huge news in Houston. Steph Curry limping off the court at the end of the first half. Here's what happened. He slips wobble just as the first half comes to a close. Curry lands awkwardly and immediately grabs his right knee. This comes after missing a week with a sprained right ankle. He limped to the locker room, came out to start the second half, but was ruled out, the team calling it a sprained knee. As for the game, Golden State wins 121-94. It's a season of firsts for SAFC. The first USL team in San Antonio got their first win on the road this week. Their first home game is today. Players said at practice this week they're expecting a sellout. They'll host Kansas City at Toyota Field, and the stadium holds about 8,000. And from everyone from old Scorpion fans to new fans to Spurs like Patty Mills will even be there. They're in the USL, which is a step below the MLS. SAFC has said all along they want to become an MLS team. There's mutual interest from the MLS as well. Today's game is just the first step in making that dream come true. These last games are supposed to be about getting into rhythm, but with constant questions about regular season records, the Spurs seem a little more annoyed than usual, but hey, that could end tomorrow. The Spurs could have been the only team in NBA history to go a full season without losing 2 games in a row, but Denver, they took care of that one for them. Or maybe Pop took care of that one for him. Having just lost in Golden State the night before, the Spurs decided to rest 4 starters. Tim Duncan was the only man left standing, where he played the most minutes he's played all year and still tallied up 21 points, which was a season high. They were leading by 4 with 3:41 remaining, but Gary Harris had 2 pivotal defensive plays, including this steal and dunk to seal the game. So the only pesky regular season record to ask them about, yeah, that whole perfect home record thing. Here's Tim being asked about it, and yeah, he's ticked off.
It doesn't mean anything to us. We're going to play the games, we're going to play them.
Call it being young, call it being naive, but the Warriors do care about regular season records. They've got to win their final 3 games to reach that coveted 73-9, which will be the best record ever. Tomorrow, Golden State is in town again, and the Spurs' perfect home record is at stake too. So something's got to give. The Warriors are in Memphis tonight, and Coach Steve Kerr said they will monitor minutes and won't do anything to compromise a playoff run. But his players said they want it.
I've stated so many times over and over, even before Coach Kerr wanted me to,